Hi guys, what is up? So I had some free time during this COVID-19 circuit breaker here in Singapore, and I've actually gone through my previous dive footages and it was quite disappointing. So it was disappointing because most of them, actually all of them, had a bluish or greenish tint to the videos and it wasn't very stable. So I've done some research and actually a lot of people are recommending to put the camera onto a dive tray as well as putting some additional lights if possible. So I've done a basic search and most of the dive trays cost about $160 without the lights. So I went on to Lazada and I managed to find all of the components I needed for the dive tray, including the dive lights, for under 156 Singapore dollars. So here we have two packages. This package actually contains a few different items that came over the past few weeks. Let's open up this first. We have two ball joints for the LED lights and a 1/4 inch tripod screw to a GoPro mount to mount the GoPro onto the dive tray. Two sets of ball joints and this arm. And we have two LED lights as well. The next one will be the dive tray. So it comes with a set of spare screws as well as Allen keys, handles, and also the dive tray. So let's set up the dive tray before we set up everything else. So this is what the dive tray comes with. It comes with 5 screws, an Allen key, a spare mount for the dive tray, I guess, and 2 handles. I've also found a spare rubber washer that I have lying around at home. So when I put on the GoPro mount on it, I think it would prevent it from slipping around. But let's put this up together first. So it seems pretty stable. Let's keep the spare parts before we lose them. Here I have the 1/4 inch tripod screw thread to the GoPro mount. And we'll mount it onto the dive tray with the provided nut over here. But I think I'm just going to put it on with the washer, just in case it slips. Yeah, so there we have it. It's not very straight here, but yeah, I think that will do. So now let's put on the lights and the ball arms together, and then we'll attach it to the dive tray. So these are the parts that we have. They are all made up of aluminium, but the thing I'm worried about is that the screws here, they might actually rust or corrode over time. Not too sure what materials they are, but they're pretty cheap, so I think it'll be okay to buy a new one to replace it. Before we fix up the arms, let's take a look at what comes inside the LED lights. Comes with an instruction manual to charge the battery, thumb screw, a quick release mount with a cold shoe, and this is to open up the battery at the back to charge it, a quick release buckle, micro USB cable, the LED light itself, and instructions that are in Chinese and English. We will not need this for now. Let's open up the other one and assemble them. Okay, so my camera died when I was fixing this one, so now let's just do this one. Yeah, so this is about it. So the reason why I got the ball joints is so that the arms will be able to articulate more in their angles. I will get my GoPro and we see how this can fit together. Yeah, so here it is. Let's see how the light looks like. I think it might work. So I might have to put it back a little bit so that the light is actually behind the focal plane of the lens. So this will hopefully prevent some backscatter. I'll turn off the light and we can see how this fares in the dark. Okay, so this is how it looks like without the lights. I'll just turn on the one on the right side. When you first turn on the lights, it's always at medium power. Now this is in low power with only one light on the camera right. And let's turn on the camera left. Let's put it onto low power as well. And we can angle the lights. So as you can see now we have some lens flare on the left side of the frame. And that was because of the lights that were in front of the focal plane of the lens. So we can try to put one of them on top to simulate sunlight. I think it might work, but we'll just have to see. So what do you think about this dark tray setup? Do you think it will work? Like if you do, and comment down below on why you think it wouldn't. Subscribe as well, as I'm planning for a dive trip after the COVID-19 situation has eased off.